Have you ever left a mechanic's shop thinking, wait, did I really just pay that much for something so basic? You're not alone. The truth is, a lot of what mechanics charge you for are things you could handle yourself in your driveway with stuff you probably already have at home. We're talking toothpaste, baking soda, a plunger. Yes, a toilet plunger. Today we're counting down 25 stupidly simple car tricks that mechanics use every single day, but would really prefer you never found out about. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get into it. Number 25. The secret arrow on your fuel gauge. Let's start with something so simple, it's almost embarrassing. You pull into a gas station in a rental car, or maybe your friend's car, and you have absolutely no idea which side the gas tank is on. So, you guess. You pull up to the pump, wrong side. Now you're doing that awkward three-point turn while everyone behind you watches. Well, here's the thing. Almost every single car built in the last 20 years has a tiny little arrow right next to the fuel pump icon on your dashboard. Whatever direction that arrow points, that's the side your gas tank is on. Left arrow, left side. Right arrow, right side. It's been sitting right there in front of you this entire time. Mechanics know this. Gas station attendants know this. Now you know it too. And the next time someone pulls up to the wrong side of the pump in front of you, you'll feel a quiet little wave of superiority wash over you. You're welcome. Number 24. The penny test for your tires. Mechanics will charge you for a tire inspection, and sometimes they'll tell you that you need new tires when you've still got thousands of miles left on them. But here's a trick that takes literally 2 seconds and costs you 1 cent. Grab a penny, stick it head first into the groove of your tire tread with Lincoln's head pointing down. If you can see the top of his head, your tread is worn below 2/32 of an inch, and it's time for new tires. If part of his head is still hidden by the tread, you're fine. That's it. 1 penny, 2 seconds. And you just saved yourself from being told you need 4 new tires when you really don't. Some mechanics hate this trick because it puts the diagnostic power right in your pocket. Literally, every driver should do this once a month, especially before long road trips. It's free, it's fast, and it could save your life. Number 23. The rubber band phone holder. This one sounds ridiculous until you try it. You need GPS directions, but you don't have a phone mount in the car. No problem. Take a thick rubber band, thread it through the slats of your air conditioning vent, and loop both ends around your phone. Congratulations, you now have a hands-free phone holder that cost you exactly $0. Mechanics and technicians use this trick all the time when they're working on different cars every day and need to look up repair manuals or wiring diagrams on their phones. It's quick, it's removable, and it actually works surprisingly well. No suction cups falling off, no magnetic mounts sliding around, just a rubber band doing what rubber bands do best. Obviously, this is a temporary solution. But in a pinch, it's genius. If you want to make it a bit sturdier, you can clip a binder clip onto the vent slat and loop the rubber band through that for extra stability. Some people have even used 2 rubber bands crossed over each other for a tighter grip. Either way, you've solved a problem that phone mount companies charge $15 to $30 for. Number 22. Cupcake liners in your cup holders. Your cup holders are disgusting. I know it, you know it, your passengers definitely know it. They collect crumbs, sticky residue, loose change, and mystery liquids that you'd rather not identify. Cleaning them out is annoying because of their shape and depth. Here's what mechanics and detailers do. Drop a silicone cupcake liner into each cup holder. When it gets dirty, just pop it out and rinse it. Done. You can also use the paper ones if you want, but the silicone versions are reusable and fit perfectly in most standard cup holders. It's a $2 solution to a problem that most people just ignore until their cup holder looks like a crime scene. Some auto detailers actually sell this as part of a premium interior package. You can do it yourself for pocket change. And here's the bonus. Those silicone liners also work as little catch-all trays for coins, keys, and receipts, so your cup holders stay organized and clean at the same time. You can grab a pack of 12 at any dollar store. That's enough to outfit 3 cars with cup holders to spare. Number 21. Baking soda to clean battery corrosion. If your car is struggling to start and the battery terminals look like they're covered in some kind of blue-green alien fungus, don't panic. And definitely don't rush to a mechanic to pay them $50 to $75 for a battery diagnostic. That crusty buildup is just corrosion, and you can clean it yourself in about 5 minutes. Mix a tablespoon of baking soda with a cup of water to make a paste. Disconnect the negative cable first, then the positive. Apply the paste to the corroded terminals and scrub with an old toothbrush or a wire brush. Rinse with a little clean water, dry everything off, and reconnect. Positive first this time, then negative. That's it. Your car will start like new. Mechanics use this exact same method in the shop. The only difference is they charge you labor for it. Battery corrosion is one of the most common causes of starting problems, and this kitchen ingredient fix handles it beautifully every single time. Number 20. Clear nail polish to stop a windshield crack. You're driving down the highway, and a rock kicks up and pings your windshield. Now you've got a small chip or a crack starting to spread. A windshield replacement can cost anywhere from $200 to $500 or more, depending on your vehicle. But here's a trick that mechanics and body shop guys use all the time to buy you some time. Take a bottle of clear nail polish and carefully apply it to both sides of the crack or chip. The nail polish seeps into the crack, hardens, and creates a temporary seal that prevents the damage from spreading further. It's not a permanent fix, and eventually you'll want to get it properly repaired. But it can stop that tiny crack from turning into a full windshield replacement. A $2 bottle of nail polish versus a $500 windshield. The math is pretty simple on that one. Number 19. Hand sanitizer to de-ice frozen locks. If you live anywhere that gets cold, you've experienced the frustration of standing outside your car in freezing temperatures, trying to jam your key into a lock that's frozen solid. Before you call a locksmith or try to force it and risk breaking your key, reach into your pocket for that little bottle of hand sanitizer you've been carrying around. Hand sanitizer contains a high percentage of alcohol, usually around 60 to 65%. When you squeeze it onto your key and slide it into the frozen lock, the alcohol melts the ice almost instantly. It works faster than breathing on it, and it won't damage the lock mechanism like hot water might. Mechanics in colder climates keep hand sanitizer in their toolboxes specifically for this reason. It also works on frozen door handles and frozen trunk latches. A $1 bottle of sanitizer beats a $150 locksmith call any day of the week. Number 18. Pool noodle on your garage wall. This one is so stupidly simple, it almost hurts. If you've ever opened your car door in the garage and cringed as it banged right into the wall, or worse, into the other car parked next to you, you know the pain. Literally. Cut a pool noodle in half lengthwise and bolt or glue it to the wall of your garage at door height. Now, when you swing open your door, it hits the soft foam instead of concrete or drywall. Some people cut the noodle into sections and attach them to the edge of the door itself. Either way, you're protecting your car's paint from chips and dents for the cost of a single pool noodle, which is about $2 at any dollar store in summer. Body shops charge hundreds to fix door dings. This little foam tube prevents them from ever happening in the first place. Number 17. Toothpaste to restore foggy headlights. Here's one that mechanics absolutely know about, and some of them genuinely don't want you to discover. Over time, your headlights get cloudy and yellowish because the UV protective coating breaks down from sun exposure and road debris. A professional headlight restoration service at a shop can run you anywhere from $75 to over $150. But you can get similar short-term results with a tube of regular toothpaste. Not gel, the white paste kind. The mild abrasives in toothpaste are just strong enough to buff away the oxidized layer on the plastic lens without scratching it. Squeeze some toothpaste onto a soft cloth and rub the headlight in circular motions for a few minutes. Rinse with water and dry. You'll notice the difference immediately. Now, to be fair, this is a temporary fix and you'll need to redo it every few months. But for the cost of a tube of toothpaste you already own, it's a ridiculously effective trick. For an even more aggressive clean, mix the toothpaste with a little baking soda. Mechanics know this works. They just prefer you pay them to do it instead. Number 16, WD-40 on your door seals. Once a month. Your car's rubber door seals take a beating. Sun, rain, ice, and temperature swings all dry them out and cause them to crack over time. When those seals deteriorate, you get wind noise, water leaks, and even frozen doors in winter that won't open because the rubber has bonded to the frame. Replacing door seals can be surprisingly expensive, running anywhere from $100 to $300 depending on your vehicle. But here's what experienced mechanics do. Once a month, they spray a light coat of WD-40 on all the rubber door seals and weather stripping. It keeps the rubber conditioned and flexible, prevents cracking, and stops the doors from freezing shut in winter. You can also use silicone spray or even a thin layer of petroleum jelly for the same effect. 30 seconds of maintenance once a month can add years of life to your door seals. That's the kind of preventative care that saves you serious money down the road. Number 15. Tennis ball parking guide in your garage. If you've ever pulled into your garage and had that moment of uncertainty, where you're not quite sure if you're in far enough or too far in, this trick is for you. Hang a tennis ball from your garage ceiling on a piece of string so that when you pull in, the ball touches your windshield at exactly the right spot. Every time you park, you just pull forward until the ball taps the glass, and you know you're perfectly positioned. Mechanics at dealerships and body shops use similar markers all the time when parking cars in tight service bays. It eliminates guesswork and prevents those slow-motion collisions with your workbench, bicycles, or garage wall. It costs you one tennis ball and a piece of string. No sensors, no cameras, no fancy technology, just physics and common sense doing their thing. Adjust the string length to match whatever vehicle you drive, and if you switch cars, just change the height. Some people even paint the tennis ball a bright neon color so it's easier to see in a dimly lit garage. Dealerships spend thousands on fancy parking alignment systems. You just need a fuzzy yellow ball and a piece of string. Number 14, boiling water on plastic bumper dents. Got a dent in your plastic bumper? Before you take it to a body shop and hear a quote that makes your wallet weep, try this first. Boil a pot of water, carefully pour it over the dented area, and then reach behind the bumper and push the dent out from the inside. The hot water makes the plastic soft and flexible enough to reshape. Body shops use heat guns for the same principle. They just charge you $200 to $400 for the privilege. This works best on broad, shallow dents in plastic bumpers and panels. It won't fix creased metal or deep structural damage, but for those annoying parking lot dings that happen to everyone, it's practically magic. Once the plastic cools, it holds its original shape. Let it cool completely before touching the area again. This trick has been shared by body shop workers who admit it's one of the first things they try before pulling out the expensive tools. Number 13, olive oil to restore your dashboard. That dull, faded dashboard that makes your car's interior look 10 years older than it actually is? You don't need an expensive dashboard conditioner or a professional detail. Just grab some olive oil from your kitchen. Put a small amount on a microfiber cloth or a coffee filter and rub it over your dashboard, center console, and any other plastic or vinyl surfaces. The olive oil restores the shine, conditions the material, and repels dust. It looks like you just had your car professionally detailed, and it smells a whole lot better than those chemical sprays. Detailers sometimes charge $30 to $50 just for an interior wipe down. A few drops of olive oil achieves essentially the same visual result. Just don't use too much or your dashboard will be slippery. A thin, even coat is all you need. Some mechanics use this trick on their own personal vehicles because why spend money on specialty products when your pantry has the solution? Just keep a small cloth in your glove box and a travel-sized bottle of olive oil, and you can do a quick wipe down at any time. Your car's interior will look showroom fresh, and your passengers will have no idea you achieved it with salad dressing ingredients. Number 12. Coca-Cola to remove surface rust. You may have seen the experiment where someone drops a rusty nail into a glass of Coca-Cola and it comes out looking brand new. That's not a myth. The phosphoric acid in Coke actually dissolves iron oxide, which is just a fancy way of saying rust. If you've got patches of surface rust on your car's chrome trim, bumper, or exposed metal, pour some Coca-Cola onto a cloth and rub the rusty area. Let it sit for a few minutes and then scrub. For heavier rust, soak a cloth in Coke and wrap it around the affected area for an hour or two. The rust will come off much more easily when you wipe it down. This won't fix deep structural rust or rust that's eaten through the metal. But for surface oxidation, it works surprisingly well. And it costs about $2 for a bottle. Mechanics and restoration hobbyists have known about this trick for decades. It's cheap, it's effective, and honestly, it makes you question what Coke does to your stomach. Number 11. Toilet plunger to pop out dents. This might be the most satisfyingly stupid trick on this entire list. If your car has a medium-sized dent on a flat or gently curved panel, grab a regular cup plunger from your bathroom. Not the flange kind, the flat kind. Wet the edges of the plunger for a better seal, press it firmly over the dent, and pull. In many cases, the suction is strong enough to pop that dent right back into place. Body shops charge anywhere from $75 to $300 for paintless dent removal. And while their work is more precise, this free method works on a surprising number of everyday dings. It's especially effective on doors, fenders, and hoods, where the surface area is broad. The key is that the metal can't be creased or sharply bent. If it's a smooth, round dent, the plunger method is worth trying before you spend a dime at a body shop. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work, and you've lost nothing but 30 seconds. Number 10. Ziploc bags over your side mirrors. If you live in a cold climate, you know the drill. Wake up, go outside, scrape ice off everything, your windshield, your rear window, and those side mirrors that are awkward to scrape without scratching. But here's a trick that takes 10 seconds the night before and saves you 5 minutes of frustration every morning. Before you go to bed, slip a gallon-sized Ziploc bag over each side mirror and seal it around the base with a rubber band or the bag's own zipper seal. In the morning, just pull the bags off. No ice, no scraping, no risk of scratching your mirror glass. Some mechanics in northern states and Canada swear by this trick, especially for customers who don't have garage parking. You can also use grocery bags secured with rubber bands. It's embarrassingly simple, and it works every single time. And if you really want to go the extra mile, you can put Ziploc bags over your windshield wipers too. Pull the wiper arms up, slip a bag over each blade, and seal it. When morning comes, your wipers won't be frozen to the glass, which means no torn rubber and no awkward scraping. A box of freezer bags costs about $3, and you've got enough for an entire winter of frost-free mornings. Number 9. Rubbing alcohol to clean wiper blades. Before you replace your wiper blades because they're streaking and smearing all over your windshield, try this first. Grab a cloth or paper towel, soak it in rubbing alcohol, and run it down the length of each wiper blade. You'll be amazed at how much grime, road film, and oily residue comes off. That buildup is usually what causes the streaking, not the blade itself being worn out. Mechanics know that cleaning the blades first is always the smart move before recommending replacements. New wiper blades cost $15 to $25 a pair, and shops will charge you on top of that for installation. A quick wipe with rubbing alcohol takes 30 seconds and can extend the life of your blades by months. Make it part of your monthly routine, and you'll notice a huge difference in visibility during rain and snow. Number 8. Hold your key fob under your chin. This one sounds completely insane, but it works, and there's actual science behind it. If you're in a parking lot and your key fob isn't reaching your car, hold the fob under your chin and press the button. Your skull and the fluids inside your head act as a conductor, effectively amplifying the radio signal from the fob and extending its range. Engineers and automotive journalists have tested this and confirmed it adds significant distance to the signal. Mechanics use this trick in big dealership lots where cars are parked far from the service bays. They don't always want to walk all the way across the lot just to pop a trunk or locate a car. So they hold the fob to their chin and press the button. It looks ridiculous, but it works. And the next time you're wandering a massive parking garage trying to find your car, you'll be glad you know about it. Some people report that the range increases by up to double when using this method. Others say holding it against your temple works too. The point is, your body amplifies the signal. It's weird, it's a little embarrassing, but when you're the only person who can find their car in a packed stadium lot, you'll feel like a genius. A ridiculous-looking genius, but a genius nonetheless. Number 7. Clear nail polish on small paint scratches. We already talked about nail polish for windshield cracks, but here's another use that mechanics and body shop workers quietly know about. If your car has small scratches or chips in the paint that haven't yet reached bare metal, a quick dab of clear nail polish can seal the area and prevent rust from forming. It essentially acts as a tiny clear coat, filling in the scratch and protecting the exposed layer underneath. For deeper scratches, you can even find nail polish that closely matches your car's paint color. Just apply thin coats, let each one dry before adding the next, and you've got a temporary touch-up that costs a couple of dollars compared to a body shop charging hundreds. This isn't a permanent professional repair, but it buys you time and prevents small damage from becoming big, expensive damage. Mechanics use this trick on their own cars all the time. Number 6. Hair dryer and compressed air for dent removal. Here's a slightly more advanced version of the boiling water trick. If you have a small to medium dent in your car's body panel, heat the area with a hair dryer on its highest setting for about 3 to 4 minutes. Get the metal nice and warm. Then immediately spray the area with a can of compressed air held upside down. The sudden extreme temperature change causes the metal to contract rapidly, and in many cases, the dent pops right back into place on its own. The science behind it is thermal expansion and contraction. Heat makes the metal expand, and the sudden cold causes it to snap back. Body shops use industrial heat guns and dry ice for the same principle. You're just doing the budget version at home. It doesn't work on every dent, but when it does, it feels like you just performed a magic trick on your own car for absolutely free. Number 5. WD-40 on stuck spark. Plugs. Changing spark plugs is one of those basic maintenance tasks that most people can do themselves with a simple spark plug wrench. But if the plugs have been in there for a while, they can seize up and feel like they're welded to the engine block. Forcing them out can strip the threads and turn a $20 job into a $500 nightmare. Here's what NASCAR mechanics do. They spray WD-40 around the base of the spark plug, let it soak for a few minutes, and then the plugs come out smoothly. WD-40 was actually designated as an official product by NASCAR for exactly this kind of use. The penetrating oil loosens the corrosion bond between the plug and the cylinder head, making removal clean and easy. Any mechanic worth their salt knows this trick, but some would rather charge you extra labor for fighting with stuck plugs. A $4 can of WD-40 prevents the whole struggle entirely. Number 4. Baby wipes for quick interior cleaning. Professional detailers will charge you $50 to $150 for a full interior detail. And sometimes your car just needs a quick freshen up rather than a deep clean. This is where baby wipes come in. Keep a pack in your glove compartment or center console. Baby wipes are gentle enough not to damage plastic, vinyl, or leather surfaces, but effective enough to wipe away dust, fingerprints, light stains, and sticky spots from your dashboard, steering wheel, door panels, and screens. Mechanics and service advisors keep baby wipes in their bays for quick cleanups before returning a car to a customer. They wipe down the steering wheel, shift knob, and door handles to remove greasy fingerprints so the car looks like it was treated with care. The same trick works for your everyday cleaning. One wipe, one pass, and your interior looks noticeably better. They're cheap, they're disposable, and they smell pleasant. It's the laziest good cleaning hack that exists. Number 3. Dryer sheets to remove dead bugs. If you've ever taken a long highway drive in the summer, your front bumper and grille probably look like a bug graveyard. Those dried-on insect remains are surprisingly stubborn and can actually damage your paint over time because they're slightly acidic. Scrubbing aggressively can cause scratches, and commercial bug removers can be pricey. But here's a trick that detailers and mechanics use. Take a dryer sheet, wet it with warm water, and gently rub the affected areas. The texture and chemicals in the dryer sheet soften and dissolve the dried bug residue without scratching your paint. It works incredibly well and smells like fresh laundry instead of chemicals. You can also use dryer sheets to wipe down your interior for a quick scent refresh. A box of dryer sheets costs a few dollars and lasts for months of bug removal duty. It's one of those tricks that sounds too simple to be true, but once you try it, you'll never go back to harsh scrubbing again. Number 2. White vinegar and newspaper to remove old stickers, bumper stickers, parking permits, registration stickers, dealership decals. They all leave behind that horrible sticky residue when you try to peel them off. And if you use your fingernail or a razor blade, you risk scratching the paint or the glass. Mechanics and detailers have a simple solution that costs almost nothing. Soak a piece of newspaper or a paper towel in white vinegar and press it over the sticker or the leftover adhesive. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. The acetic acid in the vinegar breaks down the adhesive bond, and the sticker or residue comes off cleanly with almost no effort. For really stubborn residue, repeat the process or let it soak a little longer. This works on glass, paint, chrome, and plastic surfaces. A bottle of white vinegar costs about $1, and you probably already have one in your kitchen. It's cheaper and more effective than most commercial adhesive removers, and it doesn't leave any harmful chemical residue on your car's finish. Number 1. Check and replace your own air filter. And here it is, the number 1 trick on our list, and it might be the single biggest money saver of them all. Your engine air filter is one of the most commonly overserviced items at any mechanic shop. They'll pull it out, show you how dirty it is, and recommend an immediate replacement for $40 to $60 or more, including labor. Here's the secret. Changing an engine air filter is one of the easiest things you can possibly do on a car. Open your hood, find the air box, which is usually a black plastic box near the top of the engine. Unclip or unscrew the lid, pull out the old filter, and drop in the new one. That's it. No tools required on most vehicles. The filter itself costs $8 to $15 at any auto parts store. The entire process takes less than 2 minutes. Mechanics know this is the easiest upsell in the business because most people have no idea how simple it is. And here's the kicker. Your owner's manual will tell you exactly how often you actually need to replace it, usually every 12,000 to 15,000 miles. Some shops will try to sell you one every time you come in for an oil change, whether you need it or not. Knowing how to check it yourself takes away their biggest money-making shortcut. Pop that airbox, look at the filter. If it's gray and dusty, swap it. If it's black and clogged, definitely swap it. If it still looks relatively clean, put it back and save your money. This one trick alone can save you hundreds of dollars over the life of your vehicle. And that right there is why mechanics don't want you to know about it. And there you have it. 25 stupidly simple car tricks that mechanics use every single day, but would really prefer stayed a trade secret. How many of these did you already know? And more importantly, how much money could you have saved if you'd known them sooner? Let us know in the comments below, and if there's a trick we missed, drop that too, because we love learning new ones. If this video helped you, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.